Hello and welcome to this episode of the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Resilience in Educational Context podcast. My name is Celeste Simões. I'm the coordinator of the program here in Portugal at the University of Lisbon. It's a great pleasure to host this first cohort of students of these Erasmus Mundus Masters. Half of the students are here in Portugal with us, the other half are in Romania, in University Stefan cel Mare to Ceava. So we are together for this full semester, exploring the transformative power of education and resilience in diverse learning contexts. So, thank you very much for joining us, and let's dive into the discussion.
Halo, salam kenal. Sampurasun, Wilujeng Sumping.
Hello and mabuhay.
¿Qué hubo? Bienvenidos.
Hi and Shushagotam.
Hola, bienvenidos.
Hello, Jiayanu.
Hello, and in Australia we say g'day.
Salam, Khush Amdeed.
Lisbon is, I would say the city is very bright and also happy. I'm happy here.
A vibrant lifestyle.
Colorful and friendly.
Kind, fun.
Yeah. Warm and beautiful.
I would say exciting and sunny. I didn't think I could say better weather than Australia.
Unpredictable weather and nightlife. Yeah.
It's actually a wonderful experience that I can experience working in an international school here. Most of them are speaking Portuguese, but they are also able to speak English, so it's helpful for me.
Different but also similar. Like there's still similarities with the public schools in the Philippines and Portugal, but also very different.
It's been very challenging. First because it's in Portuguese and I was not used to the language and everything was so new. But the good thing is that I have the support of all the teachers.
It's been really wonderful because the kids come from different backgrounds, different cultures, different languages, but somehow we all come together and can create this safe, positive class environment.
I am working at an organization called Cersima, and we're doing an intervention focused on dance, music, movement, and mindfulness in schools. I haven't really seen these kinds of interventions in my home country, so this is definitely something I would love to bring back.
Yeah, so there's a barrier of language because they don't speak the language which I do. So, but it doesn't really stop you from doing the work because people are, and even the children, there's so much enthusiastic that the language barrier doesn't even matter for them.
I recently had this breakthrough with a child who's on the autism spectrum. She willingly got up and hugged me. That
I have a particular connection with one of the little girls, so we spend a lot of time together and have our own way of communicating with different kind of phrases and babble speak.
So it's been super great experience for me, and I learned a lot. Here I get to see the other side of it and how they are working to empower these people.
Considering the public school in terms of resources, like the public schools in our country, the number of resources we have, but the students here have better resources and they have better access.
Of course, you need to be resilient, especially when you move abroad away from home. Everything is different from the language, the culture, and you need to adapt yourself.
There are challenges that we experience as students, and of course being in a new place, we also need to adjust. Support from the professors, from the friends, it's really helpful.
Adjusting in a new context, new culture, that is what resilience is. Always adapting to new situations.
the experience has really helped me become more resilient and also know myself more. Like, what are the strategies that work for me? Also, to support my resilience.
We are traveling every semester to a new country. We station at the beginning, meeting new people, places, situations, food, the transportation. At the beginning, we are kind of lost, but we have a good friends and support from the university, from my classmates.
After traveling 3 countries in a year, you do get really resilient. The friends I've made from different countries and just the variety of experiences I've had have given me the tools to kind of cope with anything new in life.
Moving countries every semester is difficult, but coming to Lisbon, it's the 3rd semester, so we're kind of used to moving, but also I'm finding Lisbon a city that is really well suited to me. It's the beach, there's the surf. I have a lot of great friends here. There's a lot to do. I like the food, I like the culture. So I'm feeling really happy and really resilient.
For doing this program, I was more of an idea that resilience is more a personal thing. But by this program and experience it like firsthand, you get to know that it's not a personal or innate ability, or it's a process, it's a dynamic process, which substantiate your understanding by participating in this program.
I think personally for me, it all comes back it comes back to building more loving and kind communities and really becoming a better person or better people in the process. I think resilience is not something personal, it's something that we need to build together.
For instance, camaraderie and the sense of community that you get with this class. And that's the thing you miss the most when you are away from your country or your people.
I think the word is legowo. Legowo. It means like letting things go. Sometimes things happen, something that we cannot control, but we just have to accept it. Yeah, that's the term legowo.
It's dong. Dong is like when you want to answer something, but in playful way. So when somebody asks you yes or no question, you answer with additional dong to make it playful. For example, like, did you go to school today? You can say yes dong, because it's like iya dong. It's like it's playful. Iya dong, I go to school.
We have this word, we call it kapwa. Kapwa, which means shared identity. Like, we see the other person is our neighbor, so we see ourselves as part of the other person. So that element of connectedness and shared identity, which is very strong in our Filipino psychology, so we call it kapwa. So for example, you are not just another person to me, you are my kapwa. My students are not just any other persons, they are my kapwa also. So that's their sense of affinity and also shared identity, so which is very unique to our culture. It's part of Filipino psychology. It's kapwa.
There is one word, it comes from the colonial times, it's su merced. Su merced is the mix of 2 words, su, like it's yours, and merced, that is like a way to appeal to, it's a way to speak with people with authority, like kings. So it came from those colonial times. But then it became in the countryside a way to talk to other people that are close to you, but in a very formal or polite way. It's like in Spanish we have tú and usted for meaning you. Yes, so usted is very formal and tú is closer to you. But su merced is in between. So it's a word that we use sometimes as a pronoun. But it's mostly in the countryside of my country. My family comes from that area, so I use it a lot, and it's very humble. And I understood here that it's very similar to one Portuguese word that is vos merced, that has the same origin and also is in the countryside. So I found really amazing this parallel.
One difference I would say in our country, when we meet someone, instead of saying like good morning or good afternoon, we actually straight up ask, how are you? Kemon acho? That means how are you? We start with that. Then we go on.
Or do we have a word that's really similar to saudade in Portuguese? It's a separation that is filled with longing and yearning. You're separated from your beloved. It's called hijr. But in Urdu, we also have another word which is after saudade, like when you finally meet your beloved after a long separation. It's called visal. So hijr is the separation like saudade, and visal comes after separation, which is reuniting with the one you love.
I was thinking of a few different phrases, but I came up with fair dinkum. Fair dinkum is a phrase in Australia and it just means really good. So it's kind of like an exclamation. Like if I told you on the way here today I found $50 on the floor, you'd be like, fair dinkum.
So in Mexican Spanish, we say the word apapacho. And this word actually, I think it comes from a native language, and I think the root is papachoa. And this word means to embrace or to caress with the soul. So it really means that when you are embracing, caressing, or comforting someone, you are doing it with this intention of deep connection and love and caring. So that is a word that it's very special, that I actually probably use it a lot.